I discover tiny Egyptian pyramids in my stool. I see miniature bronze-skinned slaves on the toilet paper stuck in my feces. They get all mangled as I wipe my ass, split up heads and limbs bulge out here and there from the crap. My face turns white as I flush the toilet. In the afternoon, I visit my doctor, who reacts with skepticism when I tell him that I'm shitting ancient relics. "I'm sure it's a pinworm infection," he mumbles sourly. "I'll give you a prescription for memantazole." Last month, I visited an Egyptian exhibition at the museum. Is it possible that I could have caught it there? "It's a question of hygiene," he shrugs. "You can catch something like this anywhere, in public restrooms, swimming pools, and so on." He hands over the paper carefully, taking great caution not to touch me. "I advise you to sterilize everything at home. Because of their eggs, reinfection can easily occur." So I spray disinfectant everywhere. I keep examining the underside of the toilet rim with a magnifying glass, even though I have no clue what the eggs of the Egyptians really look like. History books don't talk about this stuff. The instructions for the medicine frightens me. The treatment takes several weeks, but I certainly want to get rid of my intruders, and even faster than that. Every time I imagine them inside me, carving strange little hieroglyphs into my intestinal wall, removing the brains of their dead ones with small hooks, their priests chanting into my intestinal villi in an unknown language. I began to feel sick. So I speed up the procedure a bit and take 4 mebandazoles at once. I even trussed up a laxative suppository, laughing at the thought that the pale totem of modern medicine will definitely scare those little dipshits. After an hour, I'm sitting on the porcelain throne and whole dynasties explode from my bowels. Some even land on my balls. As I wipe myself, I discover a tiny falcon-headed man hanging down from one of my scrotum hairs. Horus, if I remember correctly from my elementary school studies. I wipe him off me, then I flush the toilet. I imagine myself free, although I know the war isn't won yet. I take another dose of the medicine and wait. After a few hours, I can feel that something really large is about to leave my body. It takes almost an hour to give birth to it. I keep sweating and gnashing my teeth, but finally a mummy slips out. Judging by the size, it must be a teenager. It's all withered and statue-like, its dark face fossilized in a smile. My first thought is that it must be valuable. I lay the mummy in my bathtub and snap some photos of it that I can send later to private collectors. Then I go to bed. When I fall asleep, nightmares kneel on my forehead. Fecal zombies wrapped in toilet paper strips are chasing me. At dawn, a dog-headed man shovels my heart into a bag like it is just dog shit. Then a scarabus rolls away the package. Waking up, I discover black abscesses have covered my body. Dark, throbbing blisters. I must have caught some kind of ugly disease from the dead body. In the bathroom, the fecal pharaoh is still enjoying the cold of the porcelain sarcophagus. I turn the tap on, but instead of water, angry gibberish chanting pours out from the aqueduct. In the afternoon, when locusts get stuck in my DVD player, I realize the mummy is cursed. I search on the internet. I find out the only way to break the curse is to return the mummy to its original resting place. So I spend the rest of the day forcing the mummy back into my ass. I use up a whole jar of Vaseline, but still I can only push its head in. I keep sliding it in and out of me to stretch my hole. The royal forehead scours my prostate. Later I feel something rip inside me. By this time the pharaoh is in me to its navel, and blood oozes out around it and right onto the floor. I imagine myself dying here, with the mummy half inside my ass. I'll be its sarcophagus. We're gonna be a beautiful historical Matryoshka doll, a real treasure for the museum. We are gonna lie together all silent in the cold gut corridor of the future, till a higher power explodes us out.